Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and we are going to talk about the no-foot pivot version of the high windmill. So the way the classical high windmill is taught is a clean and press up, pivot the feet 45 degrees, eyes up towards the high kettlebell, and go all the way down. What we are going to do is we are going to do a version of the high windmill where we do not pivot our feet. We are going to keep our feet pointed straight ahead. The reason that this version of the high windmill exists is because then you can integrate it with other activities very simply, especially like large outside snatches or other such movements. Inside snatches and outside snatches, the high windmill, are kind of like an absolutely awful exercise, but this is the version of the high windmill that you have to know in order to do those. Learn the exercises separately, no foot movement high windmill, and then outside snatch. And then combine them together after you're really good at both of them already. This version of the high windmill, there is no foot movement. There will be no 45 kick away from the kettlebell hand. We will clean and press the weight up, and then we will rotate our body to the center, and we will find the ground somewhere in the center of our feet. If we think of our feet as 2 points in a line, our hand is going to become the peak of a triangle on the ground. If we can get our hand in the middle of our 2 feet and our fingers pointed generally straight ahead, we're doing it pretty well. So now instead of the movement being isolated into just the side of our body, we are now going to be rotating our entire upper body, our hips and our knees, in order to get down to the ground. Clean and press up. Clean and press up. From here, you're going to pivot your body, but not your feet. Eyes up on the thing that could fall on your face. You're going to go straight down. It could be bent leg or straight leg version of this activity, and stand all the way up and rotate back to center. Rotate, go down. One leg or both leg could bend, stand all the way up. Let's do opposite leg bend, same side leg straight. Now let's do both leg bend. People will use this version if they have more limited hamstring mobility. Both legs bend. So this activity is a version of the high windmill that is done if you're integrating it into larger sets of movement. If you're doing the high windmill by itself, then probably do the 45 kick degree version, either the bent leg version or the straight leg version, depending on the condition of your hamstrings and how strong the side of your body already is. This version is meant to integrate into larger sets. So if you're combining things into monster lifts and you're doing swing, snatch, clean and press, high windmill, this is probably the version that you will end up doing because your feet have to move the minimum number of times. The more you move your feet when you're doing this stuff, the more they tend to get away from you and you start ending up in weird positions which aren't stable and aren't going to support you. This version of this exercise does have a lot more core rotation in it, core rotation and hip rotation than the other versions. I highly recommend you work on the basic versions of the high windmill first and work on all of your other rotationary exercises to make sure that your knees already know how to rotate correctly before you start doing this version. This has been Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica.